Hadfield, your love lifter and happiness hero and happiness ambassador. I'm here today with Kerrie Phipps. Hi! Kerrie has written an awesome book called Do Talk to Strangers, and I absolutely love there it is, Kerrie's message. And I can't help now, I mean, I've never had any trouble with talking to strangers. However, now I find myself thinking about Kerrie's asking model and trying to incorporate that in my discussions with people when I'm first meeting them. And, you know, it really changes your life. But then I was thinking, you know, I have this thing which I call happiness heroes. And they're those special people, they're like your butterfly buddies. The people that when you share time with them, like when I share time with Kerrie, you just feel like uplifted, and when you leave you feel so much better than you did when you first connected with them that day. And so you know that feeling, it's like you're on a bit of a high and it's like, oh my gosh, I just love sharing time with them. And that's how I feel with Kerrie. And I thought that's so different, that feeling that you're happiness heroes, you know, the people that support you, they're your cheerleaders, they always only have your best interests at heart, and they want to see you do well. They're your encouragers. Kerrie is such an encourager. I love to be an encourager too, especially with people with great messages like Kerrie. Yeah. And I thought, I wonder what the difference is from Kerrie's perspective between connecting with someone for the first time, as in Do Talk to Strangers, versus someone who has become a happiness hero. So Kerrie, I'm just wondering if we get your thoughts on that.
Well, I guess what I first saw when you said that was, I was thinking about the similarities. You know, what do we need to be, you know, a confident connector, to be lifting somebody? It really is the same whether it's a total stranger or someone who is already part of your world. I think it's the elements of respect and listening, not just wanting to share, because sometimes
I love that.
Yeah, we connect.
Listening, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh, we've got so much to talk about.
Yeah.
But to remember to pause and go, what are you thinking about? What's been important to you lately? What's going on for you? And being willing to share of yourself. So I guess it's respect and interest in others, which is in the asking model.
Yeah.
And it's really universal, because whether we, you know, we can. Somebody said to me, we can be strangers even with people in our family, like with our mother, and it's like, well, yes, you can be strangers. You can not express interest in what's going on in their world because you can just take them for granted, or you can really tune in and say, you know, how was your day today? What was the best thing that happened today? Or, you know, what's
exactly.
What kind of stuff are you thinking about lately?
I love that.
Yeah. And yeah, it's such a gift to be able to listen to people.
Yes.
Whether it's actually a stranger or somebody in our world. And I think sometimes you can practice with, you know, listening to children or listening to strangers, and use those skills that you've learned with people that, you know, really close to you, that maybe you haven't given them the time of day for quite a while. You know?
Yes, and I actually have a little rhyme, as I do.
Yes.
A little rhyme about listening.
Yeah.
And it goes like this. It is, listen like you care about what's being said.
Yes.
Not simply to prepare a reply within your head.
That's perfect.
And, you know, I think we're probably, I guess, more guilty of not listening well when we are with someone that we know well, because we feel as though we already know where their train of thought is going. What?
I just did it, sorry.
So we're so in sync, so like totally. But yeah, so it's just that little thing. And so there's that little rhyme, which for me, I find that pops into my mind, and not as necessarily a distraction, just a little reminder. Am I listening? Am I just, whoa, just stop and listen.
Yes.
And, you know, it's amazing what you can learn, because oftentimes you feel as though you know where the conversation's going, and no you don't. Yes. The conversation's going in a different direction. The person who's you're chatting with has a totally different angle that they're coming from. Yeah. So yeah, really important.
And that's where we can learn and see a new perspective. So I think also being open to a different way of thinking, because anytime you talk to somebody, even if you know them really well, there's the opportunity for new thinking.
Yes.
Because no two brains are remotely alike. So it's incredible what we can learn when we are in that open listening space, not listening for what we can say next.
I love that. It's like being in an open listening space as in if you're having a conversation with someone, and you discuss this in your Do Talk to Strangers, about asking open-ended questions.
Yeah.
So a question that will
Yeah.
require an answer other than yes, no, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So so that really works in together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, yes, open listening. I love that. Open listening. I think that's like a new hashtag.
Yeah, and I think it's okay to be, it's actually a really good idea to be okay with a pause.
See you ladies.
Yes.
Bye, Joe. To be okay with not knowing where the conversation's going to go. And
Yes.
yeah, being okay with silence. Sometimes we feel like we need to fill that silence,
Yeah.
but if we wait a moment, that's where the insight can come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true. So true. And it's like just even having a pause in your own thoughts in your own conversation. So if you are the one who's speaking, it's fine to have a pause. And particularly if you're both used to open listening
Yeah.
and having a two-way conversation as opposed to someone holding court with someone else, and that can happen. I'm sure you've been in those situations where it's like, I'm holding court and everyone shall listen to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, but that's not a conversation. That's
That's
just a monologue.
Yeah.
So
it.
that's not. Unless you're paying to see someone's monologue, it's not really the best thing. So
Yeah, that's right. That's
but you might learn something. So hey,
Vicky's going to be hitting the road very soon with a long drive ahead.
Yeah.
So thank you for chatting. We might do a Facebook Live as well. So look for us on Facebook. If you're seeing this on YouTube, then we're on Facebook, Kerrie Phipps and
yes,
Vicki Hadfield.
Vicki
We've got lots
Hadfield.
and we can always put things in the description how to find us in other
We can,
places. But
yes.
anyway, it is great to connect face to face. The first time we met was when I called out to Vicki across the street in Sydney to check directions, and we just hit it off from there.
Yep.
Amazing.
Bam,
Thank
just
you.
like that.
Yeah, so do talk to strangers, do ask for directions. When you see somebody who looks like they know where they're going, you can
Yes.
just say, excuse me, do you know the way? And
Absolutely.
amazing what happens.
And hang out with your happiness heroes. So
Thank
I'm
you,
Vicki
Vicki.
Hadfield from Supportive Spouses, your happiness ambassador and love lifter, and this is the wonderful Kerrie Phipps.
Author of Do Talk to Strangers and a number of other titles, including the latest collaborative book written by Kerrie Phipps, Daniel Priestley, Masami Sato, Paul Dunn, and other inspiring business leaders from around the world. This is super exciting. Better business, better life, better world. All of the business leaders in here are contributing through everyday transactions in their business to organisations around the world that are doing amazing things, lifting people, love lifters, lifting people out of poverty, supporting people to build social enterprises and feeding programs and all kinds of extraordinary stuff. So that's pretty exciting too. So check out kerriephipps.com. Thank you, Vicki. Bye.
Bye. Hugs, health and happiness to you.